All right, here we go. So we're factoring out the greatest common factor, which we started doing in probably 4th grade. All right. Yep. Sorry, I don't know why it does that. All right. Sorry. Now we're back. All right. So with that little bit of information. All right. Here. I'll get it. Sorry, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Now we're ready. Okay. So now I want to teach this way. This is a bucket. This is a bucket. In order to pull or in order to factor, I have to pull the same thing from each bucket. All right? So in the first bucket, there is an 8, an X, and an X. In the second bucket, there is an 8, a 10, and an X. Now, what's common in those two buckets? The what? 8 and the X. All right? That is what is common. That's what's common. What's left in the parentheses is everything that was left in the bucket. What was left in the first bucket if I pull an 8X out? X. What holds the two buckets together? Subtraction. And then I pull out the 8X and what's left? 10. All right. Now, obviously, that's a little elementary, and I'm not expecting you to do that. I'm just simply saying for those who struggle, that's what I try to show them. Think of these as individual buckets, and you have to pull the same thing out of each bucket. Why do you think they call it common? Common means it's in what? Both buckets. You can pull whatever's out of each bucket as long as it's the same. All right, as long as it's the same. Now, why didn't I put 2? 8 is 2 and 4, right? And 80 is 2 times 40, right? Yeah. So why didn't I pull the 2 out? Because that's what the G stands for. The G stands for what? Greatest. So you're trying to find the largest possible number that goes into 8 and 80. What's the largest number that goes into 8 and 80? What? Oh my goodness. Guys, we just did the problem. What's the largest numbers that goes into 8 and 80 again? 8. With confidence. 8. Now, how many X's were in the first bucket?
2.
And how many in the second bucket? 1. So you take the greatest number of X's you can out of each bucket. And you can only take what?
1.
1. If you tried to take 2, can I take 2 from the first bucket?
Yes.
But can I take 2 from the second?
No.
No, because there's only what?
1.
There's only 1 in there. That's why they call it the greatest common. Common means it's in both buckets. Factors are just the numbers multiplied together to get that number. So we're pulling out the greatest common factor. Could I pull out a 4 from each bucket?
Yes.
Yes. Could I pull out a 1 from each bucket?
Yes.
Could I pull out a 2? Could I pull out an 8? So I'm choosing the largest of those factors. And the largest of those factors is what? 8. All right? Now, how did I get to these numbers? I told you at the beginning, we're going backwards. So instead of multiplying, we're going to do what? Divide. What's 8 divided by 8?
1.
That's where this 1 came from. What's 80 divided by 8?
10.
That's where that 10 came from. 2 minus 1.
1.
That's where that X came from. 1 minus 1.
0.
That's why there's no X at the end. Now, does everybody understand? I cannot help you any better than that. And I'm not bragging. I can't do any better. All right, you have to listen and you have to respond. All right, that's the problem with some of you. All right, some of you are not, you're just daydreaming. All right, I can't help that. When I tell your parents you're struggling because you're just daydreaming, you're not engaged. Start now. All right, learn this now. This is the beginning. All right, tomorrow, if you don't know today, it's going to be tough. On Friday, if you don't know what we did on Thursday, it's going to be tough. And by the time we take our test, you're just going to throw your hands up and say, I give up because it's too hard. It's too hard because you didn't listen when? Today. Or it's a brand new day for everybody in here. I can teach you if you know nothing at all from this point. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to say that. All right? Because you're going to need today's information. All right? So now go down the page, number 3. Let's see if I did a good job. What is common with 9 and 36? The greatest common factor with 9 and 36? 9. So I wrote a 9 down. What's the greatest common factor with x squared and x?
X squared.
What's the greatest common factor with x squared and x? Why are you saying 2 x's?
9.
What is the greatest common factor with x squared and x? X. So now you put that down. Then you open up a parentheses. We're working backwards. What do I do with the numbers? What? Divide them. So I take this 9 and divide it by this 9, which is what? 1. So I'm going to put a 1. What do I do with exponents? Subtract. So how many x's are left? 1 minus, divide the numbers. 36 divided by 9. What is that? 4. How many x's left? Say it loud and proud. Be the leader, man. 0. That's the answer. Now, how do I know I'm right? Well, because I did the problem, all right? But let's say I wanted to double check myself. I could just do what? What's 9x times x? 9x squared. What's 9x times -4?
36x.
You should make 100 because you just multiplied it. All right, everybody take a look at number 5 now. All right, yes, 11 goes into 165. All right, so here we go. GCF for number 5. Someone be brave. Say it.
Okay, so you'd start with 11 because
11 what?
x.
11x.
And then you'd open up parentheses. And then you would minus the exponents. So you'd have 1x. And then
165 divided by 11 is obviously 15. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. All right, now we're going to roll around the room here. Go.
11M,
Good.
and then in parentheses it's 1M minus 9.
You are amazing. Thank you for listening. Angelina, number 9.
Okay, so it's 9A,
Beautiful.
and in parentheses it's 1 minus 17.
You're great. Thank you. All right, Tucker.
so you do 6b. Open parentheses. 1b minus
Minus or plus?
plus, sorry,
Not 6 goes into 9.
plus 16. And and close parentheses.
Connor, go.
4x, open parentheses, 1x plus 8,
8 what?
8xy, or 8y.
8y. Beautiful. All right. Xavier, you good? You understand me? Xavier, do you understand I can't help you if you don't ask, right?
Yeah.
Max, you awake today? Come on, Max. I'm worried about you. All right, seriously, I'm not joking. I got a couple more months with you. I got to get stuff in your brain, man, and you're just resisting. Anybody else want to jump in? You can start learning at any time. All right? At any time. All right, Sean, you're up. 15.
A parentheses 8 plus 9.
Emiliana.
Wait, no, B.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot, Sean. Forgot the B. Making me look bad here.
Secretary's been really bad.
Shh. All right. Emiliana, go.
It's X, and then open parentheses, X3.
How many is here? How many X's? How many X's in this bucket? So the GCF, G stands for greatest you can take out. How many X's can you take out? 3. Exactly. Take out 3 X's. Now what?
Then you do X,
Good.
minus,
Shh. Don't say it.
minus Y.
I mean, like I said, guys, I'm honest. I don't know why there's a problem with this. We're just going backwards. And if you're not trying 17 and 15 and 13, when I call on you, you're going to look silly. Come on now. Any questions with 17? William, what?
Why is it x to the third?
Did you hear my explanation?
Yeah,
What do you want it to be, William?
oh,
I'm asking you a question. What do you want it to be?
when is the regular?
No,
Oh,
what?
no, because as you know, because we're tired.
Come on, stop with your brain. Give it time to absorb the information. Learn to answer your question. Search it out. Yeah, I told you making A's on every test now. Let's go. You can do this. Gray, are you up? Yes, go. What's common?
Q.
I'd like the number first.
Oh, 5.
5 what?
5 P squared.
Now I'm asking you, what's the GCF? You're looking here and looking here. What's common?
Oh, 5Q.
5Q. Open parentheses. What?
P squared. Plus 2.
Now look, you're not writing this down. All right, what his answer is. You're supposed to be writing it down first and then saying, yes, I understand it. That's what you're supposed to be doing, not writing it down as we go. Some of you think that's the answer. No, everybody should be doing 21 and everyone should have the answer. And Xavier's going to tell me how to do it. Now what?
I don't know where.
Come on now. Same thing with I'm fussing with him about. Same thing I want to fuss with you about. What's the matter?
Did 2 come from 10 divided by 5?
Well, how else can it be? Tell me some other way I can make a 2 with 10 and 5. There isn't one. So listen, I know how hard you're trying. I'm trying to teach you like I'm trying to teach him and a couple other people in here. take a chance. Look for patterns. That's why I'm pretty good at math. Once my teacher told me math is just patterns. You got to find the patterns. You don't have to memorize it. All right, how do I get 2? I'm using 10 and 5. The only way is to divide. That's what I'm hoping for some of you. All right, you have to be able to make your own observations, make your own conclusions, and verify after we do 26 problems. You should be able to tell me if what you're doing is true. And if you didn't know 19, you should check with what? 17. And check with 15. That's how I'm hoping you can get through. All right? Don't be afraid to make your own observations and judgments, and it's okay if they're what?
Wrong.
If they're okay if they're wrong. Right now you're saying, well, I think I'm divided. Let's see if that's true for 21. All right, that's what I want. Because Xavier's going to snap to this. All right, Xavier, what's common?
AB,
And what else?
12 is 5.
Yes, so that's the GCF. Say it loud and proud again, Xavier.
5AB,
Beautiful. 5AB.
open parentheses,
Open parentheses.
and then 7AB,
Yes, sir. Wow. And now what? Minus. Don't tell me you're having trouble with 5 divided by 5.
1.
That's the answer. Now, most people forget the 1 at the end because they think what? Well, I've pulled the 5AB out, so there's nothing left. But you're forgetting that you're not just subtracting them out. What are we actually doing? Dividing. Whoever said that, thank you for listening. We are dividing. You divide the numbers. 5 divided by 5. That's how we got the 1. Xavier, how's it feel? Come on, you're back on track now. Keep the ship going in the right direction. Do your work. And you're going to be great. All right? Uh-oh. Next. Loud and proud. What goes into 6, 10, and 2? 2. 2W. Now, very good. All right. Tell me. What am I doing? Dividing the numbers. So are you having trouble with 6 divided by 2? Now listen to me. I'm giving you a hard time, but listen to me. You're dividing each of them. You think it's different, but it's really what? It's really not. It's just you have more to do. You hear me? All right? So now tell me that answer. 3W to what power, though? Go slow. Right. Come on now. Get the next one. I'm on this term right here. What kind of 5? Why? Don't just say negative because I said what? Is it positive or negative? Why? Yes. 10 divided by 2 was what? Now, how many W's are left? Or, just keep saying numbers. Eventually, you'll get to it, right? What is the rule for exponents? Right. So, what is this number right here? What is this number right here? So when I subtract, I get, come on, girl. Keep going. And then what? What am I doing here? So, tell me what the division is. 2 to, no, you're dividing by this over here, kiddo. Plus, first tell me what 2 divided by 2 is. Plus 1. Are there any W's? Why? Right, and there was only 1. Do you agree? Okay, now put your eyes up on the board. Only look up. I see you looking down. No, you're not allowed to look down. Looking at the board. Now we're starting over. Put your iPad down. You're not reading me the answer. All right, let's try this again. Come on, girl. You got this. Go. Tell me what's common. 2. Good. To the what power? How many are here? Yes. Now say to yourself, dividing numbers, subtracting exponents. Y plus.
Or minus 5.
Okay, good,
W to the second,
good.
and then plus 1 W, or just plus 1.
Okay, very good. All right. Now, I'm not done with you. Look up on the board again. We're going to let you do 21. What's common?
5,
What else?
80.
Do the numbers now.
5, 8,
35. What do I do with numbers again?
divide,
Yep.
up to 7,
Uh,
minus 1.
Perfect. You hear me? Divide numbers, subtract exponents. That's what you got to remember. Divide numbers, subtract exponents. Listen, thank you. All right. All right, 25. Sienna, go. Oh, whoa, what?
I had a question. With the like 1 at the end. I'm confused how you get that.
Are you having trouble with 2 divided by 2?
No, but I thought you're supposed to subtract the exponents.
So 1 minus 1.
Is yeah, 0.
Right. So what's the question?
Then why is there an extra 1?
You understand me now? W to the 0 has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the 1.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm dividing what? Numbers. Thank you. All right. Sienna, what's common? What's common with 3, 15, and 6? I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about the numbers. 3. Now listen to me, guys. You're not supposed to know this, Sienna, so don't worry. If the leading coefficient is negative, pull out the negative. So instead of 3, Sienna, it's going to be what? That's right. Negative what? Yes, negative 3. And then how many p's can I take out? 1. Beautiful. Divide numbers. Subtract exponents. Some of you made the same mistake she did. You're on this one. I'm not on that one. I'm on the first term. Divide. What do you get? You're telling me 3 divided by 3 is 2. It's not funny to me. Then what? P to what power? What? Why second? P to the what? You need to look on your notes. What did I tell you to do with numbers? Divide numbers and do what to exponents? Okay, so now what is it? Why second? What are you, where is a 4, Sienna? Stop telling me to wait. 4 minus 1 is how you got that 3. See, some of you just say numbers until you get the right one. That's not learning. 3 divided by 3 is what? That's where I got that from. 4 minus 1 is what? There. Now you go to the next one. What is that? 15. What? Which is what would this be? Why? Say it again. Where is 3 minus 2, Sienna? This is what we're talking about. This term. 2 minus what? Is, that's why that's there. Now, what's the last one? Why is it negative 2? Yes. Write that down. Now, close your iPad. I know you have a good memory. I don't want you remembering. I want you to instruct. What is it? Why 3? Okay, now what? Good job. You see what I'm saying? It takes patience, practice. Come on. I'm on 25, right? What?
Why do you subtract 5 again?
Why do I subtract 5p? I'm dividing positive 15 by negative 3 and get negative 5. What?
Wouldn't it just be easier to make the number 3 be positive and make the negative,
If that's the way you want to do it, I wouldn't argue. I would not tell you to factor out a negative if the leading coefficient is a negative just because I'm annoying. Why do you think I'm doing that? Why do you think I tell you to pull out the negative? You don't know. It's future. I promise you. All right, I promise. I think you're doing better. All right? I think you can do better, but I still, if the leading coefficient is negative, trust me, you should factor out the negative. All right? Next, Jensen. Is that all of those?
Yes.
All right, back up top. Go. Okay, who's next? Come on. Next, who's after that? I can't see.
So 60, and then the parentheses is p, the 1p, minus.
That's good. Did I skip you? All right, go.
We go 3b, and then parentheses, open parentheses, 1b minus 1.
Okay, Max, come on. Are you listening? Come on. Nice work. $14. All right, I'm pretty happy with you on that, Max. You know I wasn't giving you a hard time, right? I'm trying to get you in the game, man. All right, I'll keep trying till the end of the year. All right, but you got to help me. All right, go 12. All the way over. Who's going? Yeah.
6n, parentheses, n minus 13.
Wow, that was pretty good. All right, 14, go. A plus what? That's all right. Okay, I was confused. 5. That's perfect, man. William.
N,
There's nothing else common? Shh. There's no 3 over here. Good. Beautiful. What? Good. You just usually write an alphabetical order. It's not wrong. Go over here. Come on, Hunter. We're trying to get through this.
2m parentheses m plus 2n.
Next. Come on. Quick as we can. What? 5 what? Good. To what? Right? Just 2p, right? And then what's next? You all right with that or not? All right. What?
I thought.
No, I don't want you. I want you to say, "Hey, I got this."
I got plus q because.
You're having trouble with.
Never mind. No, I said it.
You see, you're in the same boat, right? With some of these guys, right? Just figure out your mistake. All right? What? Five divided by 5 is what? That's why there's a 1 here. I'm not sure what you're asking me. Do you want me to put a negative here? No. The leading coefficient is the leading number, as I was telling Sean, is this one. If that's negative, pull it out. Tucker, 22. Come on.
All right. So you do 8
Why 8?
because it's the or no, you have to divide.
I'm asking you a question. What's
So,
Shh,
but,
just a minute.
so it's 8
Why 8?
because it's the least
8 goes into 12 how many times?
8 goes into 12 once.
8? I'm saying what, Tucker, 8 times nothing is 12. I mean 8 times 1.5, but that's not a factor. 1.5 is not a factor. What's common? What 2 things multiply together get 12 and multiply together get 8?
4.
4. That's common.
So it's 4.
Then what?
So it's 4a. So it's 4a. 4b.
No, slow down.
4a. And then,
Is there anything else common?
The b and the b.
How many D's?
So there's 2 b's and then there's 1 b.
You're I don't think you have any idea what you're doing. None. Start over.
So it's 4.
Look up on the board. Don't look at your notes.
Okay.
What's common with 12 and 8?
4.
4. Now look at the A's. How many common A's are there?
2. 1.
Why 1?
Because 1a has 2 and the other one has 1.
That's correct. Now look at the B's.
1.
How many D's?
G is 3.
There you go. Slow down. Slow down, some of you guys. All right, now tell me, Tucker. Let's go.
Alright, so then you go 12 divided by 4 is 3.
Yes.
So it's 3a b is b squared.
Good.
And then it's would you put in the c cubed?
Of course.
So c cubed and then plus 2 d.
Right. You know, the other thing is, guys, don't get up. I'm fussing at you. I don't like whiners. All right, come on. I'm going to fuss at you to get you to think about it. Now, ask me a question, Lily. Did you have a problem?
No.
What?
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're next. What?
Where did the square on the D in the first, on the outside of the
How many D's here? How many here? How many can you take out? Right? You agree? All right, Angelina, so sorry. Go. Well, what?
Why do you put a C on outside of the D?
Is there a C in both terms? Oh, it's not an answer.
No, no, there isn't.
24.
There's 4 on
Hold on 1 second. You're awesome. Go.
and then in parentheses it's 2R squared
2R what?
squared.
Why?
Oh, excuse.
Okay.
Minus 5R minus
5R what?
5R squared
Thank you.
minus 3R.
Why 3R?
Oh, wait, no. it's
I'm telling you to slow down now too, right? You know how to do that. Are you up? Did you go after Tucker? Have you gone after Tucker?
yeah.
It is.
All right, go.
So it's
Come on.
5HK
Wow, beautiful.
H squared minus 4
Shh.
4HK plus 20.
Man, I'm good. I am so proud of myself. All right. Listen now, honestly, and I don't care. And some of you guys, I know you're sensitive. All right. I'm trying to tell you, I don't have much more time with you guys. So listen to me. I appreciate you being patient for one more second. All right. Listen, if you are struggling and you're like, do that worksheet over. If you can't, now, does everybody see we could literally do this in 5 minutes? It's a 5-minute worksheet. 5 minutes. If you know the what? If you know the rules. All right. If you're struggling, go back. Do a couple problem extra. All right. Thank you guys. I think it was a great day. Very, very good. Sienna, you heard me, right? Xavier, you heard me, right?
You get the question.
Best teacher alive. That's good.
I am so talented. You just don't know, right?
Are you unbeatable?